Sir Julius Ngumbao Mwenge. Mimi ni mzaliwa wa Machakos, nimesomea Machakos mwanzoni na baadaye nikaenda mbio vingine. My employment background starts from years back when I joined now President Kenya Revenue Authority. I was trained and served them for some time, and thereafter I joined the audit firm, one of the chartered accounting firms in the country, where I was trained as an auditor, and I was privileged to attend Sacco School of Accountancy, which I successfully completed and continued with the audit firm until I chose to change and joined then American Life Insurance Company, ALCO. That was a branch with its headquarters in the United States of America. I was privileged to start the internal audit department in that firm. Much later, I joined a group of companies, which included a bank, insurance, and a debit card. I served there for quite some time until I joined, I started my own firm, which is an audit firm. That time, I was already a member of the Universal Traders Sacco, having joined sometime in 1996. It's almost 29 years ago. And since then, I've remained a constant member and a very active one. Besides that, I am also a farmer. I was brought up in a farming family, and I picked it up from my parents. And today, I have I'm farming things like mangoes, avocados, oranges, and of course maize and beans, which is our traditional food. I'm now presently the chairman, as you've heard, of our Universal Traders Sacco. I climbed from directorship to the chairmanship at the moment. When I was in employment, I had joined the relevant Saccos then. And the last one I had was Kenyan Bankers, when I was in the banking industry. But when I heard about Universal Traders Sacco, that time it was named Sacco Traders, and me being somebody from Machakos, and to see my retirement will end up in Machakos, my home place, I chose to join it. And I don't regret since joining, because it offers me all the comfort in terms of saving the money. I had friends, of course, who introduced me to the Sacco. Yes, and I find it very helpful. For a long time, people in Machakos and in the neighborhood, they had problems with loan facilities. The available financing would come from the banks, commercial banks, and the other Saccos were purely those started by people who are employed, like the Malibu Sacco, and the cooperatives. So there was that gap, and we identified, rather the founders identified that gap, because traders could not get enough financing. They relied on the table banking, which was very minimal and could not meet their requirements. And there was that need to start, people came together, the traders particularly, and started this Sacco. UTS is a unique Sacco because it's formed for traders, and the traders, because of the gaps that they had, they have tried as much as they can to make their savings, and up to now we've been able to have around a membership of 70,000 members, and we have all the products that the traders need. Savings is adequate, loans are available anytime, there's no queue, quite unlike other Saccos. We have established things like good governance, and I would like to mention a bit of good governance. Governance is a way an organization is run, it's a strategic plan and how it is controlled to achieve. And I can say we have very good governance structures, and compliance is one of our key things that the board is really geared up to. So I think we are up to date. Of course, there are those challenges that come along in a business situation. Even a small child once born, we have teething problems, and that's I think what we call it. We had teething problems, some which have already been phased out, but there are still a few. Particularly in the beginning, we were limited to only guarantors, and this being a Sacco for traders, other than coming together, that was the only bond. Because unlike the other Saccos where we have teachers, they have a guaranteed income, and so they have one employer. A checkoff becomes very easy, which is a bit difficult to be applicable in our situation. So security was a bit of a problem to get a loan that will sustain your requirements. With time, it evolved, and we were able to accept, introduce other available securities like the charters, the logbook, the title deeds. So that problem was heavily reduced. I must say, we are almost comfortable, although we still have a little bit of challenges, especially where some of our traders have no access to title deeds, because if there are allotments and clearly there are no ownership documents, it becomes a bit of a problem. We started small, and with the time we have grown to the numbers I talked about, and we have all most of the products that most of our members need as traders. So I must say that's one of the milestones. We have also increased the number of branches, service delivery. Currently we have 7 branches spread over the southern region of this country, and 2 satellites. And they have all the facilities that are given out by the Sacco. We have also improved our recording system, we have digitized our systems. We have very good systems, including the lectures on online banking, which we are constantly improving to meet the day-to-day changes in the digital transformation. We have seen members increase their own wealth through prudent borrowing from the Sacco. And others have even expanded their businesses, putting to new businesses, and all because of the facilities that are available from the Sacco. That's one of the impacts. The Sacco also practices social responsibility to its people in the community where they interact with. At times, joining them in cleaning the environment and also planting trees and identifying the vulnerable people and giving them possible assistances. If I can build on sustainability, which is one of the emerging issues globally, hii ni kitu ya kuangalia hapa makini sana. Na UTS is in the front line of this. First of all, let me elaborate on that's sustainability. It touches on the economic and environment and social and governance. Now, in terms of environment, we have already a facility that takes care of the green maintenance, which we call the green finance. Na hii ni ile inatumika kwa investments that do not pollute the ecosystem. Here, we take care of the community, those of our employees. That is the social basis, and ensure we don't do anything that will be harmful and will interfere with the nature. And thirdly, it's about the governance of our Sacco. As I said, we have proper structures of governance, and me being a governance leader, because recently I was accredited as one of the governance experts in the country. I will use and utilize that knowledge and experience to ensure this Sacco maintains that governance. We also have a very good strategic plan in place, and as a board, which is our responsibility, we will ensure we work in line with that plan with continuous checking. My biggest advice is to tell particularly the youth, the time is now, because the higher the better. Mapema tunasema ndio nini? Yes. Kwa sababu, if I was to take myself as an example, I do regret why I did not start saving when I was in the first one, because I just imagine if I did it, where I would be now. Kwa hivyo sitaki wengine wawe wanalalamika regretting. Waanze mapema, you save, you borrow, of course prudently, you repay your loans accordingly, and mwishowe you will regret. So time is now. You see, my vision for this Sacco is to grow and grow accordingly, because if I look at it, we started off with some organizations which were equals then. That's around 1991. But I've grown to big banks. So our vision is also to catch up with that status, and that is possible. So far, we have managed And that is our intended purpose of that growth. We have all the strategies in place, we have the right workforce and the right environment. And I believe the sky will be the limit.
My name is CPA Dominic Mutunga, being the CEO of Universal Trader Sacco. I'm also a DE and equally a member of the Institute of Directors, IOD. Basically, the role of the CEO is strategic leadership, overseeing the operational activities of the Sacco, leading the human resource, engagement of stakeholders, board support, and also ensuring compliance with the relevant regulatory authorities, and also the laws, the statutory laws which affect the cooperative sector. I have been the CEO of Universal Trader Sacco since 2015 to date. That's around 10 years of experience in the role of the CEO. Since I became the CEO, the Universal Trader Sacco was largely a small. Actually, would categorize with the current categorization of SACCOs, would have been categorized as a small SACCO because it had an asset base of around 400 million. With a loan book of 300 million, that's around 75%, and deposits of 250 million that time. Of course, the members had invested in terms of share capital with the Sacco and also the other reserves. Given that the Sacco is traders, deals with the business people and also farmers, you will always find there is always the financing gap between the loan book and the deposits from the members. And we will always bridge that with external borrowing from either the commercial banks or other development partners, which I'll mention in the course of this interview. So, currently, the Sacco as a membership having grown from around 30,000 members in 2015 to 65,000 members to date. That's a growth of around 30,000 members. The asset base has grown from around 400 million to 1.6 million, adding to 1.7 billion. With a loan book which has grown from 300 million in 2015 to around 1.4 billion currently where we stand, and deposits having grown from 250 million to almost 1.1 billion currently. We also have the share capital, which grew from less than 60, I think it was around 47 million, now to around 300 million. That's a growth which has been happened within 10 years. Just to take a journey of Universal Trader Sacco. Universal Trader Sacco was formally registered in the year 1991. And the reason why Universal Trader Sacco came to being or was founded was one, accessibility to financial services in the mainstream banks, microfinance institutions, and also the SACCOs which existed. Number two was about most of the banks, actually all the banks, SACCOs and microfinance institutions, they were focusing more on the formal sector, that's employed persons, individuals, persons with large-scale businesses where they could get ad collaterals, and equally persons who would open accounts with minimum balances. Because you realize that those times banks required to have a minimum balance of around 10,000 or 20,000 for you to open an account with the bank. So those were some of the limitations which led to the formation or foundation of Universal Traders Sacco. The Sacco started as a merry-go-round, actually before it was registered, by largely shoe shiners and tailors. And the reason, of course, is what I mentioned, financial exclusion. That was the main reason. Number two, that time, education, unlike today where we are told education is free, the education was a bit expensive. So the members felt they would want to support each other in paying school fees. They also needed a forum where they could share business ideas anytime they meet, and also a forum where they could support each other in terms of welfare. In case someone has a social event, the same members came together to support each other. That's why it started as a merry-go-round. So after I think 2 or 3 years, members agreed now to register a Sacco, now that they could not fit in the other sectors. And this Sacco was registered on 7th November 1991 in the name of Sacco Traders Sacco. Just as a reflection of the base where it was registered and who are these members who registered that Sacco. This came as a unique Sacco, given that it was the first Sacco to be registered as a community-based and also business Sacco. And it drew membership from the small-scale business people. We're talking about the shoe shiners, the tailors, hawkers, retailer businessmen. Those are now the founder members and the first members to be in the Sacco. Over time, it drew the attention of some international partners, the likes of WOKU, locally Cusco. We had also Micro Enterprise Support Program Trust, who came now to support the Sacco. WOKU supported the Sacco in terms of capacity building. To an extent, they employed the first 2 employees of the Sacco. Till the Sacco was being managed by the then management committee, who are currently the board of directors. So they would do everything in terms of managing the Sacco, from bookkeeping, lending, collection of the same loans which they have disbursed, monitoring that members are doing savings on time. That was the work of the management committee, and also marketing. Because that time, for you to join the Sacco, you are required to be introduced by another member to the Sacco. So WOKU felt the Sacco growth was a bit stagnating because it lacked professional marketers. So they employed 2 marketers in their payroll, but working for Sacco Traders Sacco then. The next bit they did was about training the board of directors, and also pushing the first chairman to ensure that they opened an office for the Sacco, separate between personal business and the Sacco business. Reason being, the first chairman used to run the Sacco business in his own office. So they felt there could be an element of conflict of interest, and to solve that, the Sacco required to have their own offices. So to ensure that was achieved, they financed the whole project. They ensured they got their offices, did the partitioning, and also development of the necessary, infrastructure for the Sacco to run an office. The other element they did was separation of Sacco documents from personal documents, and those documents now are required to be retained in the Sacco offices. That is moving from the chairman's office to the Sacco premises, where they had done the whole infrastructure and ensured that the Sacco document they will also be secure and safe. The other element was now requiring the Sacco to start maintaining sound bookkeeping and financial management. Because initially it was like, now the chairman or the treasurer would maintain the books. They will not do reconciliations. The Sacco did have, it was not running a bank account. So that time they required, now, can you open a bank account to ensure that the Sacco funds go straight to the Sacco bank account. So in 2001, the Sacco was able to employ the first employee, their own. who happened also to have the Sacco until 2014, growing from a clerk all the way to the CEO's office. Through this uniqueness, as I mentioned, the Sacco also drew the attention of MESE in 2004. What MESE realized, the Sacco members, once they grow to a certain level, they were exiting now to go back to the mainstream banks. Reason, the Sacco had a limit of I think 300 or 400,000, the maximum loan limit. So anybody who borrowed up to 400, if you want anything more than that, it will mean the Sacco will not fund you. You will go now to the mainstream. So to secure that, what the MESE did was they did the feasibility study, developed a product, what they call the growth-oriented loan, and financed. They gave the first loan to the Sacco. Now, anyone who exceeds 400, now you can qualify for the growth-oriented loan, and I think that they gave up to a maximum of 800 that time in 2004. So that was to retain the members and also ensuring that the Sacco growth also was sustainable. 2005, the automation journey started. So, and this was funded by two institutions, that is WOCU and MESE again. And this is a journey which ran until 2008. So MESE financed the hardware, WOCU financed the software. Also, in the same period, the Sacco had started the expansion journey, and they had opened the first branch in Mote in 2007. And in 2007, they opened another branch. No, early 2008, they opened another branch in Tala. So now the Sacco was running 3 branches, but they experienced some challenges in the opening of branches. The name was limiting. They wanted to hotel members down there. They were a bit resistant, and number 2, they were not accepting the Sacco by the name Sacco. They felt for us to accept this Sacco, it has to come in the name of Makuen Traders Sacco, and the same to Tala. They also preferred Kangudo Traders Sacco. So WOCU felt now this Sacco has to grow, but it's facing some limitation with the name. So they started another journey of changing the name. They changed now that they had some barazas with the members in the branches to suggest the names, and that's how the name Universal Traders Sacco was born. And the Sacco formally changed the name in 2008 September. So with the automation project, change of name project, they blew the Sacco growth, I'll say so. Because in 2007, before they started the automation, the Sacco membership was around 2,200 members. These 2 projects came to an end, or they were concluded in 2009. So by end of year 2009, the membership had grown to around 13,000 members, around 6-fold growth. So definitely the change of name and automation had a very positive impact on the Sacco growth. And why? 1, the name was now acceptable. Number 2, automation ensured efficiency in service delivery. Because by a click of a button, member will be able to get his statement. Deposit was being done now through the tellers, and you just in a few minutes, you are able to get your deposit updated in your account. Unlike previously, where there were manual cards. Manual cards would take someone between 10 to 15 or even 20 minutes sometimes to get service, because someone has to go to the store range, get your card, update to check whether you have a positive balance, get the same approved, and now you get your cash if you are doing a withdrawal. Similarly to also a deposit. Now in this case, through automation, that process is seamless. because the teller sheet, the approval is done by, it has to be done by a senior person, approval has to be done by a senior person, also is done through the system. So that enhanced the Sacco growth. So in terms of expanding our outreach, other than opening new branches, also it started to expansion of products. Initially and also traditionally, the Saccos had 3 generic products. You would hear the development loan, emergency loan, school fees loan. They were limited to that. So to reach out to the other sector like the farmers, the Sacco introduced now farming products. In 2010, the first product financed also by MESIP. The second one in 2011, in partnership with the Rabobank Foundation of Netherlands to finance the dairy farmers. And 2011 also we introduced the mango product. Now these were 3 sectors we are addressing. One, the first product we introduced in 2010 was what we called Mkulima Loan. And this was addressing generally all the agricultural activities. Dairy, now this was focused and with a low interest rate, because we got a loan at 5%, lending at 9%. So one of the benefits we got, or even growth we got, was from the Rabobank. Because Rabobank, we were able to grow actually we got a loan of 63 million. And within a span of 3 years, we were able to finance up to 150 from the same product, from the same fund. What we did, given that we had a loan of 5 years, we decided to give short-term loans for 2 years. So we created like a revolving fund within the same fund of 63 million. So that's how we were able now to finance up to 150 million from that loan. So with that impact of that specific product, I would say so, we've been able to draw attention of other partners, the likes of AFC, the Agricultural Finance Corporation, and also MESIP enhancing their partnership with the Sacco. So technically, since 2015, when I became the CEO, we've been able to introduce other products like the asset finance loan, focusing on helping the members to acquire assets, either being movable or immovable assets. And the asset loan, I always say, it's not about you building a house or even acquiring a land, motor vehicle, even for kinyozi or a barber shop. Acquiring those machines for barber shop is still an asset. So they qualify. Even the salons, the salonist, where you have those machines for the salon business, they fall under assets. Someone may be looking, like the tailors who founded the Sacco, to modernize their business. The same will fall under asset finance, and we'll use those assets to secure the loan. We will not ask you to bring a title deed or a logbook to secure your machinery. The same machineries you're buying, you'll use them as assets. The only thing we require you to do is to insure those assets, to just ensure that in the event there is any either theft or fire, we can recover through the insurance without requiring you to come back to you to collect the money. We have also introduced the digital products, what you're calling the mobile loans. Not mobile loans, the Sacco. So in the Sacco, we have a number of services there. You can deposit your money, you can withdraw, you can check your balances, you can borrow, what you call the OPS loan, to meet your short-term financial needs. You can equally transfer money through the same platform. So it's like it carries all the services offered by the Sacco, which you can access at the comforts of your home or your business premises. Equally, we have introduced the checkbooks. The checkbooks were meant to address the senior business people, I would say so, like the contractors, wholesalers, or even the big retailers. Because most of the times when they are going to buy their stock, they require to come and withdraw cash or ask us to transfer money to their bank accounts. So that one will lose the transaction income, and number two, that money will go to lie in another account somewhere, which would have used the same money to do other business, to just refinance also. Because you'll find someone is doing a property or construction somewhere, borrows, let's say, like 10 million or 5 million. Definitely, this is not money you'll use in one day. And because we don't have some of the services, it required us to transfer that money to where the member will be able to access the money through a checkbook. So definitely, it's like we are trying to create liquidity platform to another financial institution, affecting ours negatively. So that was some of the reasons we had to get a checkbook. Currently, I'll just mention the FOSA products. We have a number of them. We also introduced a fixed deposit accounts, which is investment account actually for our members. We have the call deposit accounts, also investment account for our members, among other products. Because technically, what we realized, there are members who are willing to invest with the Sacco, but without the products, they were not in a position to invest. Number two, interest. Actually, I think we currently offering the best interest rates for fixed and call deposits in the market. So that has drawn also the members to retain their money with the Sacco. You find someone who borrows some money, and let me just use a small figure like 2 million, but the immediate need is 1 million. The other 1 million, the need may be coming in the next 2 or 3 months. So that member can place that money in a call deposit where you are earning on daily basis. And the event, even if you recall that money tomorrow, you still earn that interest for 1 day. You are not losing any interest. So that creates a benefit of a member to ensure that your money does not just lie in your account, but your money is earning every single day for you. Also in consideration and for the benefit of our members, we will be doing some financial literacy training through member education days, in which actually I will also say we have default that. I remember like we used to only get one van or 14-seater. And these are members who come together, pool resources to hire a van. The same happened to Otek, Etui. Actually, the only areas we would get a good number of representation was Kadiani and Tala. So to achieve actually the principle number 5 of the cooperatives, we decided now to delocalize the education to the where we have education days. And today we get good representation, like we have done that in the last 2 months. And you'll see attendance in the branches of more than 500, 600 members. And that's a good representation, because the same members will take that information back to the members. Number 2, given that our outreach is actually in the rural areas, the Sacco seriously and a positive impact. One, I'll give some examples where we have seen an hawker becoming a landlord. You've seen someone also hawking, doing savings in the normal shares or the non-withdrawable deposits to borrow. So you see an hawker, just to give an example, who borrows the first loan to acquire a plot, the second loan to start the construction, the foundation and everything, and at the same time he's doing the constructions, he's still repaying that loan. The third loan to do roofing, and the fourth loan to do finishing. And these are loans borrowed within a span of 4 or 5 years. So with that transformation, the same member becomes a testimony to our business. We have seen even members coming together in a group to acquire properties worth 15, 20 million, which one member would not have bought that property. And there's I always say there's a synergy in a group setup, because you realize someone who will not buy a plot of 1 million will buy that through the group, because they will buy a big chunk of land. Let me use like one of the groups without mentioning the name. One of the groups, they bought 10 acres. The land was subdivided to around 50 members. Of course, you will find one member with more than one plot or 2 plots. These plots currently they are worthy more than per plot worth more than 2 or 3 million. Of course, when you subdivide, you would realize the price per plot would go down as low as 300, 400 shillings per plot. And this member, the members of the group will be deducted either 2,000 or 3,000 from their employer. So these members of the group now become landowners by virtue of being in a group, and by virtue the group can borrow a huge loan, the sum subdivided to the members depending on the number of plots you have been able to get. So not the members will not, of course, pay equal installments, but the installment to the Sacco is one, contributed by all members. We have also seen like one of the groups, they did good constructions in Makueni. They are able to invest 30 million, but if you asked one member in that group, he would not have invested that. Today, they have fully repaid their loan. They are able to earn dividends of more than 500, 300 per year from the same investment. Because I know in one of the years they were able to distribute dividends worth 10 million in 1 year. And that's a project of 30 million. So you can imagine the returns for the last 5 years to those individual members. We now also come to even enterprises. We have seen one enterprise supporting more than 20,000 individuals or farmers. So with that, financing that one enterprise with 20-30 million, it has a huge impact to the community of more than 20,000 households. So you can imagine that money, the impact it creates in that village or community, or even maybe sub-county. So technically, the Sacco has a very huge impact to the community. And our focus is to sustain that in future. And how do we sustain that? Is ensuring, one, we are considerate to the community by sometimes conducting some corporate social responsibility activities. And I know we have done that, like planting trees, supporting talent through maybe sports. I know we have supported a lot in football, athletics, and also recently, actually, the recent one was rugby in M County. So through that, we are able to nurture talents. And we know these are the same individuals who tomorrow will be the members of UTS. Also ensuring actually there's ethical governance within the Sacco. That's the leadership. Because you cannot ensure the Sacco lives more than tomorrow without sound governance. Diversification, of course, of products, and of course, key importance is about digital transformation. Today, in business is about technology, and the only thing we can do is to invest heavily in technology. Actually, we are focusing to upgrade the current system we have by next year, just to ensure that we are dynamic and we are able to absorb any future business for the Sacco. It's also our understanding currently ensured environmental conservation is becoming a topical issue, and now we are actually in it through partnerships, and also looking at the key focus currently is how do we get some development partners to support the Sacco to implement what we are calling the ESG, environmental social governance. Number two, we train our members on what it is all about environmental conservation, and that will the focus will be about ensuring climate change and the adverse effects they are well managed within the members, because today we have a lot of impact. Like I would say the region we are operating in, the Lower Eastern region, has been highly affected by the climate change. We have experienced erratic rain patterns, sometimes even floods affecting our region. At the same time, we experience very high temperatures, something which has not been the norm in this region. So those are, how do we ensure the community understands this impact? How do we ensure we help the community to start applying ESG is through capacity building, empowerment. And that's also a key focus in future to ensure that all our members understand about environmental conservation. In the Sacco is entrenching the governance, social governance, which also will have a direct impact to our members. So technically, the Sacco has applied a number of activities. One of the activities is digital transformation, training of our members, direct impact to our members, that's as individuals or as groups, to empower our members. And the other bit is also ensuring we have sound governance with the Sacco, within the Sacco. The vision I have for this Sacco, maybe for the next 5 years, is, or 10 years, is sustainable growth. And how will we achieve sustainable growth? One is growing our membership and diversification of our products which we are offering to our members. Because it's only through diversified products we'll be able to reach out to a number of sectors, different economic sectors. The Sacco is built on community. Actually, it's a community-based. I will use that word. It's a community-based Sacco. And being a community-based Sacco, it has no informal background or employment background, unlike a number of the Saccos out there. So it means, one, we have to create confidence and goodwill to our members. Number two, we have to also have a sound, transparent governance activities for the members now to create that trust with the Sacco. Number three, we'll be looking at how efficiently we'll deliver services to these members who are bringing on board. And the other element we'll also be looking about is customer service, or in our case, I'll call it member service. Because most of the times today, and I'll use this especially the youth, today no youth will be willing now to come to the Sacco just to find someone who is gloomy, number one. Number two, someone will just respond to the youth anyhow. And number three, who is not clear in the message they are giving to these members. So that member service is critical for us to ensure that there is sustainable growth. The other element is about digital transformation. That's actually also a vision we have as a Sacco. Entrenching technology, however challenging it is. Technology has come up with a number of, actually, let me just call it the security challenges. The future lies on technology. So it's just about the Sacco ensuring that they have the right technology, the right data protection systems, the right people to manage the same, and up to date. And with that, we will ensure that we are delivering the services to our members on time. The other one is what I mentioned earlier, ensuring that we incorporate youth and women. And actually, in one of the projects we are undertaking currently with some of our partners, we are working with a number of partners, one of them being the government of Kenya, the other one being eFund, and through them we have AFC and other institutions which are offering capacity building activities to our members, training the members on conservation farming, training the employees who are employees of the Universal Traders Sacco to appraise these environmental products. Actually, I'll use the agriculture products. Let me use that one more than the environmental, the agriculture products, just for risk management. Now, we know currently with the youth, they are challenged in terms of collateral to access land products. And for the youth who are doing agri-tech, what we are looking at is whatever farming activity you are doing, you can use insurance as just to ensure that in the event you are not able to achieve your desired results in your farming activities, or it's affected by the climate, like what I've mentioned, the erratic rain patterns, you can still recover or recoup your investment through the insurance. So that will ensure that we are empowering the youth, and also we are recruiting them as members of the Sacco. And that will assure the Sacco of future, because of course the future lies with the youth. Because of course the old generation is exiting over time, or they are becoming unproductive. Someone is 70, 60, or above 60 years, over time will become unproductive. And the Sacco, maybe without proper structures to ensure the sustainable growth, which is through the youth, will come to stagnate at a certain level. So that is by applying youth-friendly products, or maybe products, we create features which are attractive to the youth. And the other one is women. We know once you finance a woman, you finance a family and a generation. Unlike men, I will not say men we are bad. But today if you get a woman gets a loan of 20,000, you are assured 19,000 will go to the family, or for activities which are aimed to promote the family. But if I finance a man, you can be assured maybe 5,000 will reach family and 15,000 will get lost in the way. So we are saying empowering the women, we are empowering the families, we are empowering generations. And that's why we have products specifically for the women. Actually, we have products, we call it Tuinuke Loan, and it's specifically designed for women. No man borrows that product. So that's how we are ensuring that we are incorporating women and the youth in our Sacco. Kwa wananchi na wanachama wa Universal Traders Sacco, wale wako ndani ama wamejiunga na Sacco yetu, na wale wangependa kujiunga na Universal Traders Sacco, ningewahakikishia Universal Traders Sacco iko imara na tuko na products nyingi zenye zinaweza kufikia kila mwanachama. Kama wewe ni mfanyabiashara, kama wewe ni mkulima, kama wewe umeajiriwa na serikali ama sekta ya kibinafsi, tuko na zile products wewe mwenyewe unaweza kuja ujinufaishe nazo. Unaweza fungua account ya biashara, unaweza kufungulia mtoto wako account. Pia unaweza ekeza kwa Sacco kwa products zile tunaziita fixed deposit accounts ama core deposit account. Kwa fixed deposit account unatupatia muda mwenye utaweka hiyo pesa yako, miezi 3, miezi 6 ama mwaka mmoja. Kama utahakikisha hiyo muda imeisha, utapoteza ile interest ama riba ungepata kutoka kwa hiyo investment. Kama ni call deposit, unapata interest ama riba kwa kila siku ama mgao wako. So ningewahakikishia Sacco iko hapa kutusaidia, kusaidia sisi wote, na tunaweza kuwa sisi wote. Ukikuwa kama member, pia Sacco imekuwa.
I'm Simon Zioki, Head of Branches Universal Traders Sacco. I'm also a CPAK, and also a master's. I've just done a master's a few years ago. As Head of Branches in Universal Traders, I'm in charge of all the branches, that is the 7 branches in Universal Traders, MS would wish to name them. Headquarter is Machakos branch. We have a branch in Wote branch in Makueni. We have another branch in Tala. After that, we went to Embu, Kadiyani, Kitui, and Mlolongo. Our members are embracing more of the mobile loan. Now that is an emergency loan which they can be able to sort immediate needs, school fees, among other needs. whereby we have reviewed from 20 maximum to 50, and that, as you can see the numbers. Secondly, our normal loan has been, members have been taking that normal loan where we are giving 3 times somebody's savings. Ukulima related ama farming or farming related loans, actually members are still coming, because we know in Eastern many of members are farmers. As much as we still have traders and farmers, we are giving favorable products with a better multiplier factor of 5 times and even good interest rates. Not even forgetting that women in women's are getting a good product by the name to Inuke, which has a good rate of 10 reducing, and this very good with even good period. Our processing period is reduced from even 7 to 3, even 1 day, depending to how fast somebody has been able to process the loan, and that has meant many of our competitors lose their customers to us. Some of the challenges which used to be there before have been able to overcome by making sure my staff mates and colleagues from wherever they are well trained. Knowing that working with somebody who is not trained, every question, every challenge is calling you. What do I do? What do I do? And that one has made it to be easier for me. The number of questions are reduced than when it used to be, they were not trained. Also, most of our managers are internal trained. They have been here as a junior staff, grown to that level. Knowing that it's easy, very easy, they are aware of the culture and everything, and they have been able to manage it. Anytime we get a challenge which they are not able to sort it, even if I try to sort it, I make sure I involve them to know how to handle such a case. That reduces the number of times we have in that. We also have those online meeting and also physical meeting, where sometimes we also discuss and agree on how to handle particular challenge which is coming by. You may realize maybe a challenge at times may be a unique challenge in a particular branch, a particular challenge is also across the branches. So in those cases, we have been able to do it, discuss and come up with a way. As much as we are also considering the member requests and also not rigid to the policies, we make sure that our policies and the procedures are actually related to the requests and the wishes of our members. In this business, obviously you can't manage as much as you are rigid to a particular policy which members are actually not happy with. You may end up losing to the last member due to be rigid. So our policies and procedures are frequent and flexible enough to manage and support our services. Wanachama wale wataka kutuunga, wale already wako na sisi, tunafurahia kuwa Universal Traders imefanya kazi hizo wakati wote. Kama Sacco imefanya kazi ya maana. Performance wise, Sacco is always number 1 in both numbers, that is members active members in the institution, as also in total number, even the recruitment part of it. Sacco is doing better. We still have Tala, which is another branch, is also doing well. Also, the others are still doing well in the different capacities. What I need to appreciate is that members from all the branches, now that we still have good customized products, loan products, has meant many of our farmers, traders, civil servants to join us. And actually, up to now, satisfaction level of members has gone up, because also we happen to have come up with a mobile loan, which is also doing better than even the others, because you can borrow from wherever you are without interaction of anyone. Within a minute, you can have a loan of up to 50,000, and we are also reviewing upward with the time. Technology in Universal Traders has helped us. To start with, not every member of UTS is near our branch network. So they are able to send their money through a technology of paybill 503500. They are able to to withdraw their money using our star 346 hash. Then apart from that, they are also able to withdraw among get a loan through that, check their balance, and even to communicate with us, because we still have numbers which they can as well reach us, have any inquiry, and also that one has helped us. Also, as we can talk of still on the technology, is clearly our systems which are connected. We can be able to tell what is happening in any branch, irrespective of how far it is. And that one has been able to assist us. Members are able to get and even be notified of their loans, even any process we are. And that one has meant that it be very easy to manage our members well. So far, no complaint, and we hope we are going to continue with the same system which is not giving us downtowns. All our Sacco branches actually have been focused to the mission and vision. One, the reason as to why they have been able to remain focused is in our strategic plan. We involved the members, still involved the staff, and even management. That was one of the ways of making sure that everyone is already Sacco is also included in that strategic plan. Two, we have been having meetings of reminding them what is their expectation. We still have the comparison of where we are supposed to be and where we are. That is also trying to make sure that they are remaining focused, and we also set targets irrespective of the strategic plan. And that's why we are doing where we are, and we are doing better. We have high plans of growing. Even in our strategic plan, we have around two branches we were supposed to open up: Mwingi, Matu, and even Kibwezi. Those branches already have started in Kibwezi, which means we are still focused to the strategic plan. Mwingi and Matu, we are about to have it within the 5 years of the strategic plan. And we are sure, because of how members from those regions are still expecting us to be there, and the numbers are growing there. We have been giving big loans from the same, and those members have been expecting us to have such. Though of late, almost every member is able to transact with the phone, but obviously our presence is also felt. And once we have it there, I think the numbers will even grow, and our loan book will also grow. The purpose of Universal Trader Sacco and SB Sacco is to increase the mobilization of savings. First, savings we expect it to grow, and also lend much, which means growth of the loan book and portfolio of the institution, and they being self-reliant to an extent that we may not need any external financing. Also, going to the same, we expect now that members are investing with us, there are also returns. We shall be giving better returns. We have been giving good returns, and we also expect to give better comparative to the best Saccos doing so. So in the next 5 to 10 years, I assure you, the big investors will be joining us with the others who are already here. Comparative, the dividends and interest rates actually will be coming to benchmark with us. Kwa members ma Universal Sacco, nala maiwishi kutuweka members maitu. Nala already magita otrewa ni matavya nesaka na ala menza maite kendo kenene mwana. Kwitha member witu usio mwenu patu gwita member ketha wethi kisa neza ni gwita chao member kula kungita customer. Na be kwadukanya kinene muno cha mundu kwitwa member na kwita customer. Member we mean we mwene, na customer we mean palapo nde wa transact kana we kachocho nde kibandua wakendo baita wa vau wala wita wa customer tabengi na kula konge customer wa vau tukwata baita ulaira au na kwata kwa mwene, lakini member witu wa Universal Trader Sacco baita ula tukwata through kunengane loan through transactions ilomira muyeka baito zitwani as members maito. That's one. Two, we member wa Universal Trader Sacco itu make sure ni tumusomera sia wenda umanyamo how to do business kana wika biashara nesanga tafadhali ketha winza waikitite kwanza kita uka utene twita naku tusomethie undu tono wimi wonde biashara yonde udo ikuna tukwa advise on even undu wika oza loan na undu tona kuiva nesa utena thina ta mundu itu izinaza sometimes biashara isi dana na challenges tona ila situ mam biashara ikambata ulo nikadea yutu competition kana si ni mota na control na sio we baba o kana tutabjekela uende sinakela kwa challenge la inacho pateo ungu tu kwa nyanzia na nditu kuteja make sure do that thina wa kusort loan yaku kusort biashara yaku na ku make sure ni yana ku save mala maingi members maitu ni twende to mauta ya getumi kia la that we can insist members maitu meda mai save kana mai ambesa advance miezi 3 maisa unengwa loan mala maingi be magetu hivi wa mai ile mbesa manengwa loan na mai ile mbesa mundu that kindu chake lakini ndama na ndo loan yiba wa kuyambea sia busy asikone jaka nayo ize pia na pia zini bichao pia ta usome ya kindu chake wa mina kuya loan ya kuna bera sia bina nengwa loan itu ku make sure itu akunenga loan utone ida katikati ya ulo wezo wako netego bini yana loan bisi ara biashara yangu kabingwa sawa pia remember itu in case mwe ubeta ndo pia odo da duzi katika mwiso akamandeno remember itu na watu tia na we na loan ya gwe insurance keda we ba neza before odo tia kindu cha keli savings ya gusio ndo sinenga next of kin na pia need to make sure andu mainenga nepole universal trader Sacco ninenga nepole na mbeza si kava be any other institution watu kombea na ndo alangi with ya member no tujia na customer kwa meta customer no tujie na umogita baba bote namba ika chochote tuambe kuiva lakini hivye tuamino kwa report it make sure kana member we don't know iwa insurance ya iwa nani tu amunenga pesa saa isu ulawe of as much as tunenga the next of kin either I make sure kana kukuma za kwake ni kuseo.
I am Ruth Mutemanzia and I am currently the chairperson Universal Traders Sacco, the supervisory. So I started as a member in UTS where I had some savings. I later grew up and I became a delegate. After becoming a delegate, I also climbed the ladder to become a director, where I joined the supervisory committee as the secretary. Later, I became the chairperson, supervisory committee, and I am up to date. I would like to say that I joined the Sacco, but I was not that very serious at the beginning. But one thing happened which made me to change my mind and take the Sacco seriously. There was a share drive which was conducted back 2017, and I was triggered by the prizes that were offered, and one of the major prizes was a car which was offered, and it encouraged me to get serious and invest more in savings so that I can join the competition. And I would like to say that during the monthly draws, I managed to win a laptop, and later I managed to win the car, which was the grand prize. And from that moment, I had a total view about Universal Traders Sacco, and I decided to be a serious member from that day, and it happened. And from that moment, I climbed from being a member. I invested more in savings, so I became a delegate. I further invested again and I became a director in the supervisory committee. So I've been serving in the supervisory committee since 2018, and I'm glad I'm in that position, because this is a position that enables one to be focused, because in the supervisory committee we are dealing with the members' investments and the savings, which needs to be safeguarded. As a member of supervisory, I am serving as a watchdog and a mouthpiece for the members, so that I can be able to blow the whistle in case of anything. But I want to say that I'm doing very well. We are with the committee that I'm working with. It's a committee of 3 members, and we are doing well on the oversight side of overseeing what is happening. So we are able to keep the board on check and ensuring that the Sacco operates within the regulations and the policies that have been made. So we are also responsible to check on accountability, so that there can be transparency as the board works side by side, as we work beside the board. As the chair of the supervisory committee, I work with 2 other members. We are 3 in number, and we are geared to ensure that the Sacco operates in the right way. We ensure there is good governance, and we also ensure that there is transparency and accountability, so that we build the trust of members. I would like also to say that our members trust us because we practice transparency, there is good governance, there is financial stability, and we are professional staff that is able to make members get served in a fast process, and they get the services that they require. Our members need to know that we very much have them in our hearts, because we want to safeguard their savings, their investments in our Sacco. So here we try to balance our members' satisfaction and financial sustainability. So we have competitive interest rates, which are very friendly to our members. As much as we want to balance their satisfaction, and we also want to ensure that there is financial sustainability, we've ensured that there is competitive interest rates, which are very good and friendly. There is transparent pricing. Our members are informed in time about our fees and charges, so that every time you want to pick any product, they are aware of the fees, of the charges that they have. In that way, we balance financial sustainability and our member satisfaction. I would like to say that we have financial education that to our members that enable them to make good financial decisions. So we educate our members so that they may be able to make good financial decisions as they come to pick our products. So we are here to ensure that our members are satisfied and they have trust in us because we are transparent. I would like also to mention this, that as a chair of the supervisory, I am a teacher by profession. And I'm one person who takes loans with UTS Sacco, and I pay my loans promptly. So I want to encourage the other members who are employed, be it teachers, be it the county government, that in UTS we offer check-off loans. And you can visit our office and you find that you can be assisted. Because since I joined this Sacco, I've been taking loan products one after the other. And as a person, I have benefited a lot from Universal Traders Sacco. I've been able to build a home through Universal Traders Sacco. I've been able to do a number of projects through UTS Sacco. So I want to encourage the other members, or the members who are existing and are employed by the government, that UTS has the potential and is able to give you loans at favorable interest rates. So kindly visit and you will not regret. I want to encourage every member, every other member, or every other person existing and them that are willing to join. From whatever sector, we accommodate everybody. And we like to walk this journey together so that we can reach to our destination.
Kwa majina naitwa Peter Mwema Kiamba, nikifanya hapa Universal Traders Sacco, our headquarters. Anashughulikia sana sana mambo ya masomo ya wale ambao wanataka kujiunga na sisi, wale ambao already wamejiunga na sisi, na pia kuangalia mambo itakuwa namna gani ambayo yatafaa wanachama wetu. Kwa kimombo tunaita business development officer. Tumekuwa katika hii shirika kwa muda mrefu, kumaanisha kuwa tumekuwa tukitengeneza mambo mazuri ambayo yamekuwa yakikubalika na members wetu. As our vision and mission will always talk about empowerment, things that you can empower our members with, things that are diversified, products and services that are affordable. Addressing those needs, we have been able to come up with some products and services zenye zimekuwa za kuridhisha kwa wanachama wetu. Lakini kabla ya hayo, ni vizuri kujua kuwa mwanachama wa Universal Traders Sacco unafaa kujisajili. Na usajili wetu ni wa rahisi mno. Ukiwa na kitambulisho chako kile halali na shilingi 500, hapo unakuwa mwanachama wa Universal Traders Sacco na unajulishwa jinsi ya kufanya investment in terms of buying of shares. Mara mingi watu hukosa kuelewa Sacco yamaanisha nini. Sacco ni ufupi wa kumaanisha kuweka, na unapopatwa na jambo fulani unakopa. Tukisema kwa kimombo tunasema you save to access credit. That's why it's called a Sacco. Our Sacco is licensed by SASRA, na tuko na vitengo viwili. Tuko na ofisi zile tunaziita za FOSA, the front office savings activity, na tuko na ofisi zile zinaitwa BOSA, zinahusika na mikopo, ambazo kwa kimombo tunaziita the back office savings activity. Lakini kabla tuingililia hapo, kuna vitu viwili ambazo kila Sacco lazima wanachama wao waelewe. Wenye Sacco ni members. Sacco haina mtu wa kutoka nje yule ambaye atakuwa ni mwanachama ama atakuwa mwenye Sacco. And for you to be an owner of the institution or any Sacco, lazima you have the minimum capital shares. Kila Sacco iko na capital share yao, na kwetu tuko na ile yetu minimum. Unapowekeza katika your capital share 10,000 au kupanda, unakuwa mwanachama. You can have a share certificate, na hiyo share certificate ni yako na kizazi chako. Capital share tunasema ni non-withdrawable kwa kimombo, kumaanisha sio share ambayo unaweza ekeza na kesho ukujia. Hiyo ni share unaweza ekeza, na in case kwa sababu ambazo haziwezi epukika, ungependa kutoka ama kutoa your ownership, utatafuta mtu transfer the ownership. You transfer the ownership from you to that other person, and that other person will give you back your investment. So capital share is a non-withdrawable deposit. Katika kitengo kile kingine we have the normal shares, ambazo tunasema hizo ni zile shares tunaekeza, zinaturuhusu kupata mikopo. Katika jamii zetu hatuwezi jiendeleza bila kukuwa na msukumo kidogo wa kihela na mikopo kidogo kidogo. Apart from the capital share, we have what we call the normal shares. Now the normal shares are basically the shares that we invest in for you to be able to borrow. The borrowing bit will come when we are talking about our products, but it is also prudent to understand kuwa capital share mwisho wa mwaka tunapata riba. Normal shares mwisho wa mwaka tunapata riba pia. Kumaanisha ninapowekeza hela vyema katika hizo shares mbili, both the normal and capital share, at the end of the financial year, when there is good surplus, that surplus is brought back to our members in terms of interest and dividends. So our members, we insist and we always advise them that this is the investment. Shares, that is your money. If today you want to pull out of the Sacco, you will write a request to have your refundable shares, which are the normal shares, refunded to you. Therefore, we are requesting our members to take this advantage, whereby they can invest on shares and let the shares do the work for them by earning interest. Why I would say that a Universal Trader Sacco is a bit outstanding from the other Saccos, and why I'm encouraging members and also the people, the public to join. Tunaimiza katika kazi zetu za kila siku hapa Universal Traders. Number one is efficiency in communication. Today I'm very sure the members who are watching this will agree with us that we do a lot of communication through our mobile banking platform. Most times when we have new products, when we have upcoming mini meetings that we want to communicate, when there is a review of interest like what has happened some few months ago, media, we reviewed our interest downwards, we communicated to our members, because all what we are looking at is efficiency and transparency. There is no way we'll do a review and we wait for you to be able to be told whenever you walk into the banking hall. No, we must have a vibrant communication way of doing it. We also do emails. If we find that probably a good percentage of the bulk SMSs are not being delivered for one reason or another, then we'll still take that message because we have a database of most of our members with their email, and we'll send an email to that effect. We have our communication channels, our social media channels. We have a vibrant officer in charge of that. We'll also take that communication to our social media. Now, the other thing that we look at is having innovation in our products and services. If you're not innovative enough, as an institution, I can tell you, you'll not attract the type of people that we are working with. We are working with the youth, we are working with the middle-aged and the old-aged. You must be having a way of crafting your products and services and being innovative enough. For example, for the old, we have the pension account, whereby they can have their monies channeled through the pension account. For the middle-aged, we have the savings account, the investments account, and also an holiday account, whereby you can save your money and come at the end of the year, get your money and take your family for holiday. For the youth, we have the mobile loans, which they can access through their phones any time of the day, any hour of the day, any place or any location. That is the UPS loan. So we have tried as much as possible to remain innovative so as we can be a bit competitive in the Sacco sector. The other thing is service delivery. With our service charter, I think it is very clear that service delivery is vital. It is supposed to be something that a member would rely on. Our loan disbursement, the maximum is 7 working days. There are loans that even come earlier than the 7 working days, depending on how well you've been aggressive and how well you've provided the securities, if any. But for the emergency loans, we make sure that we deliver within 24 hours. So we are trying as much as possible to have a vibrant service delivery channel, and we have it already. Most of the time, even during the time of loan application to disbursement of loan, you remain updated through our automated messages. You've done an application, unaambiwa umefanya application. The money is on account for withdrawal, you are informed. You almost fall in dormant, you are informed. 7 days prior, your loan repayment schedule, if you're supposed to pay your loan the next week, you're reminded this time. And that comes through the cost of the institution. We don't charge that to our members. Then lastly, on that, we are looking at ICT. And it happens that our ICT systems, we have a very robust ICT system. Wakati wa kitambo, members wengi wenye kwa sababu moja ama ingine wali fall dormant. It was all because they had some challenges. They had to visit those respective branches for them to be able to do withdrawals, to be able to do deposits, to be able to transfer funds from one account to another, you know. But now with what we have, we are looking about saving time because we have the mobile banking platform, our USSD *346#. Once you do that, you're able to do all services that you'll get across the counter at the comfort of your home or your office or at the shamba. And that's why sometimes we also do messages to our members telling them, we are now innovative enough. We have a good ICT system. Please come back. We are begging you, because you'll not waste time to travel all the way from Masi to come and access your account in Machakos. You don't have to waste any other time. The system is vibrant. Our mobile banking system is vibrant. We have incorporated even emergency loans up to 50,000. And these emergency loans can be accessed by anyone. Uwe na mkopo mwingine na umepatwa na janga la haraka haraka ama jambo la dharura, utaingia pale kwa *346#, uende pale kwa namba 8, ubonyeze upate UPS loan. The system is intelligent enough. It will do an appraisal by itself. Iangalie umekuwa ukiweka shares, ile loan existing unalipa vizuri, then it will appraise you. Ikwambie you can access up to 40,000. If you are a good borrower, then definitely utaiambia my need was 30,000 na uchukue 30,000. That one also will give you the leverage of your discipline when it comes to monies, because the system shouldn't tell you you qualify 50 and you only needed 10 and you end up taking the 50 na itakusumbua hapo tukiendelea. Now, on our products, I said we have 2 departments. We have the FOSA, the front office savings activities, Hapo tuko na account kibao. Account ya kwanza ikiwa ni account ya wafanyi biashara, ile inaitwa current account. That one comes with a checkbook. The checkbook withdrawal charges are standard like any other checkbook in any other financial institution. We have our clearing house with one of the commercial institutions, Family Bank. They do our clearing, and the system remains T+1, transaction day plus 1 day. So we have the checkbooks for the current account, and tunaimiza wafanyi biashara, mbona uchukue mkopo hapa naenda ukaekeze katika benki ingine mahali uko na check, whereas we have the check with us here. Let's just have our checks working and bring business where we are borrowing from. We have the Akiba account. This is the common account for everyone. It is the default account. Ukifungua account, you get an Akiba account, no operating balance, no minimum charges. You can withdraw up to 0 balances. This is an account for everyone who wants to do some savings. Na nikiwa hapo, I also nataka kusema pia, si wakati wote utataka kufungua account ya Universal Trader Sacco na hauna haja ya kuchukua mkopo. Unaweza ingia katika Akiba account. Fungua Akiba account. Ekeza pesa hapo. Utapatwa na siku moja ambao utakuwa na pia haja ya kuanza kukopa. That is the time you'll be advised to start saving on the normal shares. So it is not at the cast on stone that you should open an account for borrowing purposes. You can also open an account for transaction purposes. Tuko na account ingine hapo, apart from the current account and Akiba account, and that is what we call the Mwethia. Mwethia, I know, is a native name for groups that have come together. They want to save together for a common purpose. This time not probably borrowing, but having that money at the end of the year to distribute among themselves and enjoy probably Christmas or any other thing. And also this Mwethia account, people and members also advising them sometimes to think in the business perspective, because we have investments accounts like the fixed deposits and the call deposits. Why would you put money for a whole 12 months to come and get the money back and pocket or go buy some stuff that you've been buying across the years without that money? We are telling these people and our members, please, watu wa Mwethia, tuweke hii pesa katika fixed. Whenever we save in Mwethia, ikifika limit fulani, come give us instructions. Tell us this 10,000 iende kwa fixed deposit for the next 6 months. Tukipata pesa ingine imefika 10,000, hii iende kwa fixed, or 100,000 iende kwa fixed. Or we can invest in the call deposit where interest is calculated on daily basis. It's more flexible, but definitely the difference is the rates. Because with a fixed deposit, we are going even up to 10% depending with the amount and the period. But for the call deposit, it is 6.5 per annum. So you can play around and do the mathematics, or come for us to advise you for free, because we have people in charge of that. So Mwethia account holders, please, let's not only just have the Mwethia money lying there, let's also use that money and fix it or put it in the call deposit. Tukiwa hapo katika FOSA, I've mentioned something to do with call deposit, na ningependa kufafanua. With call deposit, if I give instructions that I need to have my 20,000 shillings in the call deposit today, Wednesday, and I need that money whatever time I'll need it. By bad luck, next week on Monday, I need that money. I only give a notice within 24 hours that I'll need to withdraw the 20,000 or part of it. You'll get paid on call deposit interest of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday. And that particular day, you'll be able to get that money within that stipulated time. Unlike a fixed deposit, whereby in case you don't go as per the contract, you're going to get your money back, but you're going to forfeit. The interest bit will not be paid to you. So I'm also encouraging people who have unutilized money We can do both, either the call or the fixed deposit. Now, when you're still on that, we have the total account or the total savings account for our kids. Let's plan for the kids, the future. Let's have the kids remain in school by saving earlier. The account is operated by the parent until the kid is 18 years or above. It is a very flexible account. At the end of the year, when we have enough surplus, we do something for the kids. We put our kids together and have a fun day for that purpose. Then let's go to the BOSA, the back office, and this is where we have the core business as a Sacco. We are lending. Number one, we are lending to the business community, to the business persons. Number two, we are doing development loans. Number three, we are doing asset financing loans. Number four, we are doing agribusiness or green financing. For the normal loans, definitely we do a multiplier of your normal shares 3 times. For the development, we work with you the journey. As long as you have shares, you'll be able to provide what development are you working on. We'll be able to sit down and do the mathematics together and see what should be given to you. And this time and the point I should mention, we might not be lending, and we don't lend on your securities. We lend on the capacity that you demonstrate to pay. So for the development loan, once you show us the capacity to pay, we can go as up as even over 5 million or even 10 million, depending with the demonstration from you, from your accounts, from your saving culture, from your bank statements, if you have any with us, or from outside there. That one will determine what to do or what to be lent to you. Then we have the asset finance. That is another big financing we are doing for motor vehicles, for things to do with land, things to do with any movable. And this time round, it is by good luck that we say part of that asset will remain as your security for the loan. If we feel there's need for you to add extra asset, then definitely, extra security, then we'll definitely ask you for that. But if there's no need, your asset acts a certain good percentage as your security. Then we have the dairy loans, the agribusiness loan. We have the dairy loans, we have the matunda loans, we have the mkulima halisi loans and the like. I will not give specifics on every, but I'm going to combine this. Observing the point that Universal Traders Sacco, we are now practicing environmental social governance, that is ESG, and we are gearing to have all our products, over 98% of our products, to be able to remain sustainable and to be able to be taking care of the environment and also the institution to have good governance. Those are the 3 key things that we are looking at when we look at our lending. I'll give you an example. We are doing dairy loans and dairy advances. We are looking at how sustainable is that, how environmental safe is that product, how social is it helping that person who has borrowed, how well have we put structures to have the loan reach the member well, be repairable well, and in case of difficulties, issued sorted well. Do we have funds to lend these people? Do we have a governance that is leading the institution as per the strategic plan? We are looking at, are we polluting the environment, the products that we are giving? If we have any, what can be done to avoid pollution of the environment? Because the products that we are giving today, we expect them to be better and observing the environment and the social bit. Even our great-grandchildren will be borrowing from Universal Traders Sacco. So we are in for that. We are looking at the planet, we are looking at the people, and we are looking for profits. How does the institution make profits to our members without interfering with the environment and in a social way? I'll give you an example. Long time ago, people thought giving back to the society, the CSR activity, is all about going to visit the sick or going to orphanage to visit the less fortunate children who don't have parents. But I can tell you a product like, for example, agroforestry from our partner that we are working with, the AFC, through international funding that we have got from IFAD. We are bringing the youth on board. They are doing tree nurseries. You know, they are doing the indigenous trees which can survive where they are living. They are bringing shade to our families where our old men can sit down and have an evening cup of tea, enjoying the indigenous shade. We are looking at jikos that we are giving the cooking stoves, which has reduced carbon by 70%. We are looking at those things to be, what are we doing to conserve our energy? How sustainable is that? And that is what we are looking at. From this year, we involved ourselves in ESG. We've been having trainings from our partners on ESG. We are having partners that are really looking whether we are practicing ESG in what we are lending. And I can tell you, our members can give you that feedback if today you are to go look for them and do a survey. Lastly, we are looking at being somewhere in the next 5 years as per the strategic plan. We are looking at membership growth. We are looking at growing our loan book. We are looking to have sustainable environmental social governance incorporated in our activities. We are looking at having a vibrant customer or member feedback platforms digitally. We are looking to improve and work harder in our digital marketing platform, which currently we are not badly off. We are reaching quite a good number. But we have that in our strategic plan to be able to be executed in the next 5 years and have a good percentage in terms of its attainance. Karibuni Universal Traders Sacco, kujeni tufanye biashara pamoja, kujeni tujenge uchumi yetu ya nchi hii yetu na tujijenge sisi wenyewe katika Sacco hii yetu ya Universal Traders Sacco.